My Locklick eye engrave has arrived. I'm so excited to get this unboxed. And the unboxing has begun. So here we are, right out of the box. We have our frame. We have some cords here. We have the key that goes in for locking for safety. We have some tools, a wrench, some Allen wrenches, some zip ties, and a brush. We have a card reader USB drive, and the card is in the reader there. We have some wood blanks to give a try. This is for the Wi-Fi, I believe. And so we have the laser here, of course, and then some safety glasses. This frame is very well put together. I am very impressed with the quality of this machine. I will be installing the laser onto the gantry here, and then we will get it connected to the software and give this a try. It was very easy to install the laser eye engrave. I have it on our table here, and you loosen this to move it up and down. And then also there is a pin below that you can see there. That is your height guide. So it is very easy to install. This was very easy to plug in as well. The Wi-Fi module just screws right in here very easily. So the next step is to hook it to the laptop and turn it on. So I'm going to turn the key on. I'm going to switch the power on. And there we go. We heard the beep. So it is set. So now I've installed the USB with the card reader, and the instructions say to find the Lightburn engraving software on this. So I will go and do that now. After a couple test engraves, this is going to be my first big project. I am going to be engraving this bamboo cutting board. For this bamboo cutting board, I am using Lightburn software. You can follow the instructions from the QR code that you will get with your Locklick eye engrave for installing this. And as you can see, there's a 28, actually it comes with a 30-day trial. I have 28 days left. So I'm going to click OK here. So now we're going to go to Canva, because I started what I want to put on this cutting board. And so I have made, let's see, the one that we're going to use is this one right here, Mary's Kitchen. I have a friend whose birthday is Friday, and I thought I would make her a nice cutting board. She just moved and she has a brand new kitchen. So I want to make her a cutting board for her kitchen. So I want to show you how I did this, because each one of these pieces that I put together is separate. And so I'm just going to show you here quickly. I'll duplicate this page here, and then I will pull in a couple of the images. I uploaded these images from Creative Fabrica. I'll have a link below for that. And then these fonts also came from Creative Fabrica, but these parts came right from Canva. I do have the Canva Pro account. So as you can see here, let's start with this gallon here. I'll bring one in, and as you can see, I didn't like everything that was on here. Nope, this one. Yep, this one I did. I had one thing on here that I didn't like. So let me get rid of this one here, delete it so that I can show you how I changed this a little bit. I pull it in, and I didn't like those little dots right here. I'll zoom in so you can see them. I didn't like the little dots here. This quart had the same thing, so I changed it on there, and I changed some effects on the rest of these as well. So I'm just going to show you how to change this. So You click on the image. I do have Canva Pro. You do have to have the Pro account to use the Magic Eraser. You can see the crown here. So I'm going to get the Magic Eraser and I'm going to drop my brush size down, and I just took these two things out and then hit erase, and then I'll show you here when it comes out, and now it'll go onto our image without that. And then let's get rid of this quart one, and I'll bring that in and show you as well, because I didn't want milliliters on here. So I did the same thing. I went to edit and magic eraser, and I erased, oh, got to move my brush size down here. I got rid of these two little guys, and then I didn't want this 450 milliliters in there. So I erased that as well and got rid of it. So you can see how you can edit your designs. I will have a link below for some other uses of Canva, and also how I upload these fonts into Canva and onto a computer as well. This as well here, I'll delete this so that you can see what I did with this. See the TSP, I put that in because I didn't like this with the capital, and it has TBS instead of TSP. So I made TSP small. And then I also edited this image because the cup has a spoon with it already. I did not want two spoons in my image. So I got rid of the spoon here. Whoops. Get rid of that. I got rid of the spoon here. And then I got rid of the milliliters. And I also got rid of this. I'll show you how to put that in here and erase. Like I said, this is Canva Pro to use this option. Got a couple little spots here, erase. And now we will add this to our design as soon as this is done. And that is how I did that. So then I pulled it in and I sized it accordingly so that this, the spoon is gone. So that's how you can edit some designs. So now all I did is I went to share, and let's go up to this one. I got to see what number it is. It's number 6. I'm actually going to delete this one so I don't download the wrong one. So I'm going to share this. I'm going to download. I'm going to leave it as a PNG. I am not going to raise my DPI up. I'm going to leave it at the 2000 by 2000. Again, like I said, I'm going to leave this as a PNG. I am going to select transparent background, and I am only going to download page 6. And so now I will get this downloaded. And so now I'm going to open my Lightburn software, and I'm going to go to File and Import. Let's first look at this Lightburn a little bit here. So when I set this up with the instructions that come with the Locklick, I set this up the way that it would be used for what device we're using and everything here. And so I will show you. Right now I'm not connected to the laser, and so you won't see that here, but I will show you when we get to that part on the power that we will be using, etc. So let's get this in File and Import. And because I made this the exact size that I wanted it, let me show you here. This is actually 8 by 8 inches. And so I made this image the exact size that I wanted on my cutting board. So now I'm going to import the image. I'm actually going to import the one that I had brought in, that I designed. And so now it's got it centered nicely on our work surface. And so now I'm not going to move that because that is at the 8 by 8 inches. Now up here, it is in milliliters or millimeters, but it is my 8 by 8 that I want for my cutting board. So now I will get this hooked up to the laser, and then we will go from there. So I have the Locklick Eye engraver hooked up and ready to go here. So this is the frame button, and you are going to want to run a frame. I will have a video after this that will show you what the frame does. So what this does is it'll actually outline on the item that you are engraving so that you can see where your cut is going to be. So now something that's important for me on these cutting boards is this is what Locklick suggested for distance, speed, and Z speed. So I had that all set up. But when I go to cut these, you can see that it's set at 20. Power Max at 20. That is not enough to cut this or to engrave this bamboo cutting board. So I tested out a lot of these Power Maxes. It's great for the basswood that comes with the Locklick for you to test out. It's perfect for that, but it is not strong enough for this bamboo. So I'm going to raise this up to 50 here. So that's what I'm going to have that set at to cut this cutting board. So now we're going to go back, and you can see under move here, this is where you're going to move your laser head. It moves it forward and back. And that's how you're going to find the location that you are going to start your engraving on the board. And for me, it's going to be the cutting board. So I'm going to start from current position here, and I'm going to have it as the origins being in that corner. So now we're ready, and I can get this started. The pin is what gives you the level that you want your laser at. So after you get your laser positioned, you raise that pin, and then we are ready to go over our design area here. So that is giving me my cutting area. So that is called framing. I will do it again here. So then you can see totally where your design is going to be engraved. I am very impressed with how this cutting board turned out. I just love this new Locklick Eye Engrave. I highly recommend this for anyone. It is very user-friendly. I will have a link below for the Locklick Eye Engrave and for other things that I talked about in the video. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel, see links below, and leave me a comment.